Greetings everyone. My name is Afik and my other group members are Mujal, Hassa, Hafiz, and Hilmi. Our group have conducted a survey on UTM students to gather information for our proposed program. First, we will look at the need of graduate attributes. According to several responses from UTM students, 19% voted that they required that their thinking skills need to improve, while 35% thinks that leadership are more important for students. And the majority of them prefer a program that could enhance their communication skills. We found out that the students who lack the stated graduate attributes are mostly from the engineering background, while only 21.4% are from non-engineering background. Thus, the statistics suggested that our group need to organize an engineering background program. Hence, we conclude that we want to do a rocket parachute competition among the students. These will not only help them to gain graduate attributes, but also the knowledge of flight principle.
This is Afik and he is the director of the event. Next is Mujal. He is the secretary who in charge for the event report. This is our treasurer. He is Hassaruddin. He takes charge in dealing with the event budget and expenses. This is Hafiz, the activity organizer. He deals with the activity of the event. Lastly, this is Hilmi, the person in charge for the food and beverage.
Parachute rocket is an activity where the students will learn about the basics of aerodynamics and flight by designing, building and launching water bottle rockets with parachute. This activity is with the challenge to compete to see which aloft the longest amount of time before touches the ground.
Next, we will proceed with the program objectives. The main purpose of our program is to cultivate leadership among UTM students. Other than that, we hope that the program could help give exposures to newcomers on rocket science. Finally, to broaden the students' knowledge on flying concept, graduate attributes. Having the graduate attributes framework helps you think about your experiences, within and outside your degree, in a different way and recognize the value and learning you are gaining from them. Our program activity would help to utilize the critical thinking skills of each student. Students will be able to make good decisions, understand the consequences of their actions and solve problems. Next, is the leadership. This means that they are able to set an example for behavior and performance that is in keeping with the organization's culture. Lastly, communication skills. It is said that a good communication is the backbone of strong team bonds.
Let's see the program overview. Students are challenged to use plastic bottles to build water bottle rockets that travel the furthest distance and can hang in the air the longest hang time. They follow the steps of the engineering design process as they create rockets using plastic bottles, paper or plastic sheet material for fins, and tape. During the design, construction, and redesign phases, students test their rockets as many times as needed to refine the rockets so they can travel the farthest distance, or stay in the air the longest. The event will take place at UTM football ground as the place is really suitable to launch the parachute rocket without any disturbance or obstacles. The program will be starting at 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. Particularly, the competition among the students will start sharp at 11 a.m. and finish at lunchtime.
Now, let's look into the program tentative. The participants will gather at Padang UTM at 8 morning on the 29th of June 2022. Then, they will be given time for breakfast. At 8:45 morning, short briefing will be given by the program director. The tutorial for parachute rocket making. At 1 p.m., participants will be given break for lunch and Zuhr prayers. Then, arrival of guests Associate Professor IRTs. Dr. Zaini Ahmad, Chair of School of Mechanical Engineering, and Dr. Syed Norris Hikmi Syed Abdullah, UKQE3001 Section 18, Lecturer, at 2 p.m. At 2:15 p.m., the closing and prize-giving ceremony begins. After that, there will be tea break at 2:45 p.m. and the program ends at 3 p.m.
Now, let's look into the program budget. For parachute rocket making materials, we will spend 150 ringgits. The material are 100 plus bottles, plastic hardcover, garbage bag, duct tape and plasticine. For parachute rocket launcher making materials, we will spend 200 ringgits. The materials are logs, plywood, door hinges, nails, measuring tape and pressure pump. Next, for presents, we will spend 800 ringgits. The presents cover 250 ringgits for the champion, 200 ringgits for the first runner-up, 150 ringgits for the second runner-up, 50 ringgits as consolation prize, and finally souvenirs for the guests. Next, for food, we will spend 330 ringgits for 40 packs. The presents cover 120 ringgits for breakfast, 210 ringgits for lunch and 140 ringgits for the tea break. And finally for safety, we will spend 130 ringgits to buy first aid kits. So, the total budget for the program will be 1,800 ringgits. That's all from us, thank you very much for the patience and attention.